I find that often I only notice a game's music when it's subtle, slipping in unnoticed at first and then making me feel a well of emotions for something as simple as the trotting of a horse or as complex as the toppling of a giant. Video game music is often thought of in a very direct manner, as it accompanies our player for their journey, feeling more like a part of them than a part of the world. But subtle music, to me, is always perfectly stated when it feels entangled into the environment we travel through, living in the forests and swelling like a flock of birds. So today, let's look at how games design subtle music. Using music sparingly is a dangerous game, as if it is done incorrectly, a world can be left feeling hollow and empty. Sables' world is meant to feel empty on the surface, and its music, or lack thereof, perfectly portrays that. The beauty of it is that once you dig under the surface, you will find mysteries and music to accompany them. This music, much like the world around it, feels alien as its sounds hiss and hum, creating an off-putting dissonance at first. But eventually this dissonance turns to harmony, and the music creates a feeling of home, one that the world quickly inhabits. Sables music is often inserted during the arrival at a location, but like Minecraft, can also be played at random while exploring the game's open spaces. Minecraft 2 is a quiet game, focused on survival and creativity. It is in rare instances that its music comes to a point where you'll notice it, but when you do, it causes a well of emotions. Its quiet piano has become a great dose of nostalgia for those of us who have played it over the last few years, often providing a backdrop for the exploration and enhancing the beauty of Minecraft's blocky world. While those games faded in their music to create ambiance, Dark Souls and Shadow of the Colossus used the quick introduction of loud and bombastic music to create a juxtaposition in which the music, and lack thereof, form heart-pounding action and allow the player to truly see the gravity of their situation. In Dark Souls, this duality creates the realization of how difficult and important the boss fights are, as orchestral scores and large choirs back these immense foes, the feeling of fear and excitement swelling as the battle progresses. In your defeat, you look forward to the chance to topple your foe again, and in your victory, you are overcome with joy and accomplishment. But on the other end of the spectrum, Shadow of the Colossus uses its grand music to make you feel hollow inside. You spend hours trotting across empty, lifeless fields as you search for your next opponent. When you enter their chambers to cut them down, the music haunts you, causing you to question your motives. It is a fierce juxtaposition, and as you trot back into the field after the fight to hunt down your next opponent, that haunting emptiness sets in ever deeper. But when subtlety is cranked to the max, we often see sounds forming a music of their own. Such is the case in Breath of the Wild, where yes, the music is wonderful, but so too is the quiet. As Link rides through open fields, grass rustles, swords clank, and fire crackles. It is a cacophony of sounds that creates the music of the world. The sound design of this game is so excellent that even in its dullest of moments, Breath of the Wild feels full of life. This silence feels purposeful, as no music could do the beauty of this world justice. It also means that when scores are played, their impact is far deeper. Video games are transportative, but only as long as their music allows them to be. An overabundance of sound and noise, chaos and explosions, non-stop action and violence can create for a volatile gaming sphere, one which compounds with our already clamorous world. When games practice subtlety, we are able to see the beauty in their worlds, the fun to be had in their bosses and in their puzzles. These games are an escape, and their subtle music and sound design help us see through the noise.